Do you want your school to be covered by the #1 live stream service in the state of New Jersey so the entire country can see moments like this?
We play once again. Free kick coming for the Mountaineers. Short shot on goal. Or post. Bang! West Orange gets the goal, and they win. They take down the #2 ranked Seton Hall Pirates. Bullock takes the snap. He's going to take it himself. Barreling towards the goal line, and he's in. Charge Bullock from 3 yards out, and the Marauders lead it 20-7.
Or be a witness to championships like these?
Montclair are state sectional champions. They defeat Livingston 4-1, and the Mounties sweep the boys and girls brackets in back-to-back wins over the Lancers. 3-2, there goes the runners. Swing on and miss, strike 3. That does it. The Cranford Cougars are the Last Dance World Series champions.
Or have exclusive interviews with players and coaches.
Maroon and Silver Star pitcher Teague Mulcahy. I'm here with Cranford star Ryan Jaros. We're with the Bergen Crusaders star of the game, Luis De La Cruz.
Here with West Orange head coach Doug Nevins. And all right, now here with star goalkeeper Nikolai Matthews of this West Orange Mountaineer team. Nikolai. Here with Claire Manning after Montclair picks up a 4-1 win over Livingston. I'm here with Molly Brumback, the goalkeeper. Molly, what was today like? Here with West Orange girls varsity coach Sean DeVore.
Then join the D1 Media Pro team, New Jersey's #1 live streaming service.
First snap. That ball is completed. She is gone. She's at the 40 to 30 to 20. She will not be caught. That is a touchdown on play 1. And here we go again. Touchdown number 8, Wadia Finley.
Here's Shabazz, pulls up for 3. 3 is good.
He fell. Kareem fell. Give it to him. Touchdown. Boom.
And that is a Bulldog touchdown. And that's a Bulldog touchdown.
Go back in the pistol, takes a step, bobbling step, rolls right, looks right, throws over the middle, and caught! Draped over him was the #1, Deshaun Lawton. But
Shabazz has the best coverage for its student athletes. Why doesn't your school? Join the D1 Media Pro team, New Jersey's #1 live streaming service.
One of New Jersey's premier high school basketball teams gets their coverage from D1 Media Pro, and it goes like this.
Finds Floyd to tie things up. Tie game! 62 apiece, 90 seconds. Floyd attacking and throws it down! Corey Floyd! A missed opportunity down low, behind the back to Bueno and one. Lawrence with Floyd, he'll lob it up, on a slam! Too low for Dunn. Wilcher to Floyd, lays it in and one on the lob. Thought about the 3, drives baseline. Oh, what a start for Corey Floyd! Here with Corey Floyd after a tough. Wilcher 3, got it. Simeon Wilcher is fired up. And Simeon Wilcher all alone with the flush. Here with Simeon Wilcher. And a pass taken away by Marshall. And he'll throw it down. Tosses it ahead to Valencia. Serene driving and throws it down. He can't get around and a turnover. Corey Floyd has it. Step through, lay in, build the basket. Marcus Cerroti here with Roselle Catholic head coach Dave Boff. Dave, you're coming up.
Now it's your time to join.
Are you interested in pursuing a career in sports marketing or creating impactful sports content? You can get experience in high school by being a part of the RISE program powered by Ortho Carolina. It will give you a head start on an exciting career. The RISE program exposes students to industry professionals and gives them real-world experience by creating content and marketing the teams at their own high school. To find out how you can be a part of RISE, email us at contact@readinessandsportseducation.org.
When one of the top public high school athletic programs in the state of New Jersey uses the #1 live stream in the nation.
Flip to Carson. He went the 90 yards on the kickoff return. He's trying to finish it off with a touchdown, and he does! Ja'Kai Carson. Ball court. Passed on over to Capstraw. Capstraw will dive in past two players, and she's able to lay it up and score. That is the 1,000-point club type of play right there. You can't ask for better than that one. Pass across. Stick down by Murphy. Send aside and deflected. They score!
2 now. We're at the 2:30 marker left in the game. Immaculate go quickly, but it has just costed them a good play there to stay on the West Orange side. Diving in quickly is Capstraw, and she herself is leading West Orange to a comeback. 5.
Short shot on goal. Post cannon! West Orange gets the goal, and they win. They take down the #2 ranked Seton Hall Pirates. What a thrilling game!
So a free kick for West Orange. She sends it towards the net.
But we don't score the game, we just call and record it. As the pitch from Bove with nobody on base, swung on and missed, struck him out. Rosu now trying to get on the offensive side of things. Can he? Ooh, and he's able to work himself into a pin position. Can he earn the pin? He's got all 5. Back points easily secured. And he pins him. So the first Rosu with the pinfall victory.
West Orange with a 5-0 win over North Central. I'm here with West Orange head coach Doug Nevins. All right, West Orange with a 6-1 win over Columbia. I'm here with 3 stars of the game: Emma Mitchell, Kaya Schultz, Gianna Festino.
So I'm Ryan Lowy from D1 Media Pro, and I'm joined with senior Kaya Schultz and junior Kylie Capstraw.
Here with West Orange girls varsity coach Sean DeVore.
Number 7, Hudson Catholic. We got a great matchup so far here at the bar. Steal! Kyle Fowler! And the student section goes absolutely nuts. Oh, what a dunk by Zion Fowler! Making a statement.
Hot hands there, hot hands here. Number 1, New Jersey High School basketball. St. Peter's Prep, Hudson Catholic, and Zion Fowler. The absolutely incredible throwdown. Look at that crowd, too. You think people were excited for that game? What a big matchup.
They score! Lloyd attacking and throws it down. Touchdown for St. Peter's.
I'm here with Darren Lewis.
With Simeon Wilcher.
Here with Precious Achua.
About doing overtime.
The North Jersey Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Institute is the preferred practice for diagnosis and orthopedic treatment in New Jersey. From the moment you become a patient in our practice, our experienced team supports you until your full recovery with education, compassion, and understanding. Our focus includes sports injuries, as well as the treatment of a broad range of orthopedic complaints, from common tendon ailments and arthritic joint pain to traumatic injuries. Our facility offers an on-site physical therapy suite. In conjunction with specifically designed exercise programs, non-invasive and advanced healing technology, we can not only address the current injury, but also find the underlying cause, such as muscle weakness, imbalance, or improper form. We also offer non-surgical modalities, such as platelet-rich plasma injections, which can lead to an accelerated recovery. To provide efficient and excellent care, personal interactions and individualized attention for each patient is important. We are committed to create a protocol that can eliminate similar injuries in the future. At North Jersey Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Institute, we are dedicated to providing the highest standard of care and comfort of athletes, including patients with non-related sports injuries. Board-certified orthopedic surgeon and sports medicine specialist Dr. Michael Rosanella utilizes non-surgical and minimally invasive surgical procedures to help patients regain back their quality of life.
The middle, barreling towards the goal line. Baldwin is in for a Vance touchdown.
Right down the middle, man. This guy, and he keep going, and he
the ball's loose.
And they hop back on it, and that's a touchdown.
Short punt, bounces at the 35, fielded at the 40 by Quick, out to the corner. He's got blockers and a lot of green grass in front of him. Cuts back, he's in for a touchdown.
Swing pass in the flat.
Gets to the corner, he's going to get in the end zone.
Touchdown.
Good job, block. Third down and 17, a handoff, getting to the outside. There's a first down, and all the way to the races is Elijah McWilliams to the house for a touchdown and for an IMIC for a division championship.
You can see the future of the Duke and North Carolina rivalry on D1 Media Pro.
There you see Hubert Davis, head coach of North Carolina, here to see Simeon Wills.
Looking live right there at a trio of Duke basketball coaches: John Shire, Nolan Smith, Emil Jefferson. Clock now at 12. Kicks it in the corner. Lively for three. Got it. Derek Lively, a corner three in an early third quarter. Has a look to go off the dribble here. Goes right around Lively, and he gets the roll. Inbounds to Wilcher. A step back, fade away through contact. Simeon Wilcher. He's out for Mbako. He'll try one from beyond the arc. And Mackenzie Mbako is on fire to start this one.
Hands up, back. Understand. Took him and defeated. Ethan Horton dribbles into the front court to Khalil Whitney. Going to the basket and the jam.
Conversation with them because they are getting resources from the city. They are getting resources, and they're arguing with us about the timeliness of those resources.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the 64th Annual Essex Awards Ceremony, presented by the Men of Essex and co-sponsored by the Foreman Family Foundation. The Men of Essex is a nonprofit service organization that has widely recognized student athletes across Essex County since 1959. We offer scholarships for deserving students exiting high school and heading for their collegiate careers. And we also recognize several dozen student athletes across the county, I should say, in the various sports. We would at this point like to recognize those in Essex County who have won various championships in the sports this past year on the competitive fields. We congratulate those recipients who, by their dedication, devotion to high principles, and scholastic and athletic ability, have done very well in the classroom as well as on the competitive field or court. The men of Essex would also like to thank the Essex County High School athletic directors, local newspapers, sports writers, and for nominations and information for those who have been selected. And I would also like to mention our Student Aid Fund. The Men of Essex Student Aid Fund is supported by the Men of Essex Annual Amateur Golf Tournament and other events. Through our fundraising efforts, we've been able to help many worthy students further their higher education. We are grateful for the individual contributions made by our friends to this fund and urge their continued support. And thank you for the many businesses for taking ads in our program. At this point, I would like to bring forth Essex County, Men of Essex member Stephen McCrae for our invocation.
Good evening. Let us bow our heads. Dear God and Father of all mankind, we come before you to give thanks and praises in what you have done for us. Thank you for all you have done. Thank you for all thy blessings. All of the little things, all of the big things were in your name, and we thank you for this. Thank you for following the men of Essex for 64 years and for guidance. Continue to help us, continue to help us to grow and do the things that we are doing in your name and your name only. For this we pray, Christ's sake, amen.
At this moment, I would also like to bring up the president of the Men of Essex, Mr. Walter Reed White.
Thank you, Jason. Good evening, everybody. My name is Walter Reed White. I'm the president of this great organization, the Men of Essex. It is truly a pleasure and an honor for me to stand before you. I would like to thank the the awards committee and all the members who stepped up and helped put this program together. I also like to thank Essex County Prosecutor Theodore for agreeing to be with us. Also, we have the honor and the pleasure of having the Essex County Orange legend Greg Tynes to say some words. We appreciate you. At this time, I want to congratulate Nicholas and his family. He's a fine young man, scholar athlete. He's going to go on and do wonderful things with his life. 4.0, Jesus Christ. Oh my God, let's give him a round of applause. Kid is a phenomenal athlete as well as a scholar. So congratulations and thank you to you and your family. Again, thank you for all that's here and all that's watching. We look forward to doing this again next year. Hopefully we'll be in person. Thank you.
Hello again. I think that for most of us here, if not all of us here, the introduction for our guest speaker is going to sound resoundingly familiar. Theodore Stevens II, current Essex County prosecutor, is an Essex County resident, born and raised. He has shown an exemplary career starting at East Orange High School, moving on to college, and obviously as a member of the American Bar Association, New Jersey Bar Association, etc. Mr. Stevens was a exemplary athlete in high school, athlete further in his career, and has amassed numerous awards in Essex County and beyond. He also has won awards for his activism in the community, and he has held various positions in New Jersey and at various judicial levels, from clerk for the Supreme Court of the state to corporate councils, to township municipal judgeships, et cetera, prior to becoming the acting prosecutor and then eventually prosecutor appointed by Mr. Murphy, our governor, in 2017. The men of Essex are very proud and honored to have Mr. Stevens here to address us, and I would like it if you would give him a very warm welcome. Thank you.
Hey, good evening, everyone. It's my pleasure to be here this evening. I want to first give greetings to President Altrique White, as well as the other officers here at the Men of Essex, the vaunted Men of Essex, all appointed and elected officials here today, past honorees, and most importantly, our 2022 honorees and their family and friends, of course, most notably, Mr. Nicholas Katzen. Now, to some of our honorees today, many, obviously we're going virtually, but I can imagine a big group of them here. And they have many distinctions about them, but we're trying not to make sure that they are left being called the COVID-19 mask generation. Hopefully not. Face masks have really changed over the years. They've gone from a Michael Jackson eccentricity to a mandatory wardrobe item. In fact, I have mine here, just in case you're wondering. And in fact, some young children don't even know what it's like to be in school without having to wear a mask. We hope they're not here to stay, but I'm a little concerned when I heard there's a prototype of a mask which will detect the presence of COVID. Now that's a problem. That means they're really shooting for the long term. But of course, there are many adult experiences involving masks which are perhaps not as bad as others. Some women, you'll note that you don't have to put on the lipstick if you have a mask on. That's a benefit, I'm told, in some instances. And some people have big ears. They don't stand out as much because that mask is pulling your ear out. So they get a benefit from that. But perhaps most notably, the consumption of refried beans and the like has gone down dramatically because of the dreaded mask burp. Oh, that will knock your day out. In fact, I had to apologize to Rita. I said, baby, I didn't know all the years. I just didn't know the breath was that bad. So you have to be concerned with all of that. But hopefully one day we'll be able to get rid of that annoyance. But even if we don't, it's not a while, we'll get through it because we have to persevere. We have to work through this just like anything else. Because these are truly very challenging times. And as the Essex County Prosecutor, it's my honor to be here today to address this esteemed group. Your athletic accomplishments and your achievements are worthy of very, very high regard. In my role as the Essex County Prosecutor, I'm the Chief Law Enforcement Officer for the County of Essex. We are the largest, the busiest, and I dare say the best prosecutor's office in the state of New Jersey. There are 450 employees, and we constantly are dealing with justice here in the county. But I obviously was not always the Essex County Prosecutor. In fact, as has been said, I grew up in the city of East Orange, the great city of East Orange. And so my story is, I guess, from EO to ECPO, East Essex County Prosecutor's Office. And it really is kind of summed up in family, football, and faith that has gotten me this far. Now, in East Orange, I come from a relatively small family. There are only 4 of us. Those who remember, like my friend Dave Clark, who's been around me forever, he knows that my father was very, very strict. I mean, he was strict. He disciplined the entire neighborhood. In fact, he took over Cub Scouts when my brother and I were in Cub Scouts, and attendance dropped 30% between the first and second week. I mean, you had to take your hat off inside, you had to call adults sir, all these things going on. In fact, guys, I think that my brother Bob, at one point, he might have said to me in school, he said, hey, what's up with your father? I said, wait, hold on. You go there once a week. I live there 24/7. There's nothing you can tell me about my father. And but I had a challenge I had to deal with. I was the first in my family to go to college and to professional school. We grew up down the way, which was, I guess, the poorer part, but we didn't know we were poor at that time. It was a great upbringing. I first played football in high school. I did not play in Pop Warner League or anything like that, so it was my opportunity there, and that was a great experience to, one, play football, two, to be in the locker room with 50, 60 other guys. That was the real experience in terms of dealing with that. In East Orange, I was honored to be named a scholar athlete for the National Football Foundation Hall of Fame. And I had the opportunity to really just have a great time. East Orange was the place to be. We were state champs in basketball. It's academic. It was a great environment. In fact, then, I guess looking back, I showed some leadership ability then. I was involved with many things in school, including being a judge on the student court, which was the beginning, I guess, of my legal career back in the days. Afterward, I went to then Glassboro State College, now Rowan, but I'm old, so it was Glassboro at the time. And somebody said to me, what about your school? What do you think about changing the name? I said, listen, there's 124 million reasons why. I'm good with all those. The university was a great place to go to school. We had a great time. Continued my football career there. And did some other things, including doing a charter line of Iota Phi Theta Fraternity Incorporated. So that was a great experience. And then, of course, going to law school at Seton Hall. I came running back to North Jersey after my stint in South Jersey and went to Seton Hall. So without question, any success I've had is a result of a couple things. One, it was my faith in God, because I've let God order my steps the entirety of the way. I followed where he led me, and so far that has been okay from my point of view. But also the strong foundation I had in my family, but also my friends. The friends I grew up with were tremendous. But in fact, to be honest with you, my athletic career is nothing like our honorees today and some others who are here, but nearly that established, that esteemed. But things we have in common, we take with us no matter who we are. One, we had the thrill of competition, which was extremely important. We had the pride of being a good teammate. Now, tennis is more of an individual sport, but you work with others to get to that particular point. And so, whatever team you're a part of, you feel like you've accomplished something if you are part of that team. And also, in most of our cases, we know the bitter disappointment of defeat. But that disappointment is tempered usually by the fact it's a grudging acknowledgement, but one that if we did our very best, then we are satisfied, and we should be satisfied with that outcome. Because frankly, no one wins all the time. And the sooner we learn that, the better off we really are. In fact, the only real regret is to finish a contest and know that you left something out. You didn't give 100% at that particular time, something that was there. I'm reminded of a story of the late, great women's coach at Tennessee, Pat Summitt. For those who don't know Pat Summitt, this was a legendary female coach. She was an 8-time national champion. She had over 1,200 wins, and some of her luminary players were Candace Parker, Shamika Holdsclaw, Tamila Catchings, so many. Well, one particular year, she happened to lose in the national semifinals. At that time, the leading team, actually thought to be an overwhelmingly, thought to be national champion, would be Baylor. And Baylor at that time was headed by a young lady named Brittany Griner. Now, at this point, let's pause for a second just to acknowledge the fact that Brittany Griner is in a tough place right now, being held in Russia. So we pray that she will be released quickly and safely. But having said that, at times so they were the number one team. Brittany Griner is 6'6", 6'8", whatever she is, and so they're blowing everybody off the court. So a reporter happened to say to Coach Summitt, well, it's not such a big deal because you lost. You probably were going to lose to Baylor anyway. And with that, Coach Summitt snapped back and said, yes, maybe so, but at least I would like to have tried. Because that's all we want in life. We want the ability to try, to move forward. Now, for many, some African Americans still, Latinos, LGBTQ individuals, many others, those who have preceded you and us have opened the door to create opportunities far more widely flung today than our predecessors have. The difference is that we now have to take advantage of those opportunities. You, students, have to take advantage of those opportunities and move forward. Because these are truly very challenging times. But while at Glassboro, one of the things I learned, I was also the Black Cultural League president in Glassboro, and we shared an office, and there was a poster on the office wall. And the poster had something which I read, and I adopted it immediately. It says, if you do the best you can at every situation, you will exceed somebody else's expectation of you. Let me say that again. If you do the best you can at every situation, you will exceed someone else's expectation of you. And that's the truth. I'm also reminded of when at Glassboro, actually before reading that, when I was trying out for the football team down there, and hot summer, it was crazy hot. And I frankly was not getting a lot of run. Can you believe that? They weren't letting me play. And there was, I was playing linebacker at the time, and the coach said, we're gonna run a 6-1 in practice. Means only one linebacker. And because I'm smaller than some of the other players there, and I'm getting very little run at all. So we got to that dreaded part of practice, which is the mandatory 40-yard dashes. You got to do 20 40-yard dashes under a period of time to show you're in shape. And again, hot day, we're sweating. I get to number 19, and I'm dragging. My tongue is hanging out like everybody else. But something just got in me, and I said, listen, I got nothing else to lose here. I'm going to bust this last one like there's no tomorrow. And so I gave it everything I had. I ran, I finished with, there were 100 people out there trying. I finished in the top 5 or 6 people in terms of just because I hustled hard. And I felt good about myself. More importantly, when I went into practice the next day, I had a first team jersey. And I never gave that bad boy up. So, I gave it the best I could. I exceeded somebody else's expectation of me on that particular day, and I got the benefit of that. Now, in my job as Essex County prosecutor, I have to say it is also a very, very challenging job. We endeavor to keep the residents of Essex County safe and dispel years of negativity that surround the law enforcement profession. And how do we do that? We do that by showing individuals respect, by being transparent in the way that we go about doing our business. We have to be responsive, and we have to stay true to the motto of the Essex County Prosecutor's Office, which is to seek justice, to serve justice, and to do justice. Now, in the search and in meeting that motto and doing our job, we do have an opportunity to interact with many young folks. But when we interact with young people, usually in a prosecutorial role, we are meeting these young people at the lowest part of their life, the lowest point in their life, because they're about to be prosecuted by my office. So anytime I get an opportunity to come and to speak to groups like the Men of Essex, groups that uplift our children, to make sure that our youth are moving and they don't come into a system like mine, that's the sort of thing that all of us have to really embrace 150%. So, I'm so proud to know that young people who are being honored here today are being honored by groups like the Men of Essex, and to know that they are involved in a sport, an avocation, something that is likely to assist them to chart a course in life of success. Not necessarily because of your chosen sport, but I have to really just embrace the fact, and you all embrace the fact, that what you learn as an athlete, your ability to succeed, your ability to persevere, your ability to deal with defeat, and also to deal with success, is ultimately what's going to follow them the rest of their lives and make them the successful individual we all know that they can be. On behalf of the Essex County Prosecutor's Office, I thank you for the opportunity to speak with you today. God bless.
At this point, I'd like to bring forth the president of the Men of Essex one more time, Mr. Altariq White. who is going to present our Community Service Award. Huh? I'll read it.
I'll read it.
Glassboro, huh?
Yeah.
You know how many touchdowns I scored against Glassboro?
Did you really?
It made me All-American.
Not against me.
Trust me, you wouldn't have been prosecuted. The men of Essex present to Theodore and Stevens, Essex County Prosecutor. This certificate is presented to you by the men of Essex in recognition of your outstanding leadership and commitment to the youth of our community. Presented this day, 15th day of June, 2022.
Right, thank you, sir.
You should be here.
One more? Okay.
Cool.
Great. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you again for that encouraging words. Let's give Essex County Prosecutor Theodore Stevens another round of applause, please. At this time, I'm going to ask Louis Mosley, my Vice President, to come on up. We got some special presentation, special awards we want to give out to some of our members. These three individuals are the backbone of the men of Essex. These three individuals have over 30 years of service to the Essex County youth. So can we give them a round of applause, please? It is my great honor for men of Essex, lifetime member presented to Dow Jeffries, and grateful appreciation for your outstanding service to the men of Essex and Essex County. The same reads for my fraternity brother, the greatest organization known to man other than the men of Essex, Alpha Phi Alpha. Please pray. Leave, guys. And anybody that knows this gentleman knows he'll call you any time of night, any time of the day to talk about men of Essex business. I've learned so much in terms of leadership from him in a short period of time I've known him, and come to find out we're like family because we share a family member. So it gives me truly a great honor to present this to David E. Clark.
Thank you.
Yeah, stand in the middle.
In the middle?
Yeah. Actually, stand in front of the podium.
Okay, we'll get in front
of the podium. Okay.
Let that Alpha man do it. The Alpha man, you right here. Next to the Alpha man.
1, 2, 3. Got it.
At this particular point in time, we would like to welcome up for some remarks one of the legendary figures in Essex County sports, both as a player and as a coach. Everything from state championships to National Honor Society to Hall of Fames, both at his high school alma mater and his collegiate alma mater, draftee of the Boston Celtics and the National Basketball Association, and once again, Hall of Fames from Seton Hall, New Jersey, East Orange City, and Orange High School. He remained as one of the key coaches after his playing days in Essex County, and has contributed mightily in terms of community development in various capacities across the county for many of our young people. At this point, I would like you to welcome Mr. Greg Tynes for a few remarks. Coach, how are you?
Truly a great honor of mine to present the Men of Essex. The Men of Essex present to Greg Tynes, Essex County basketball legend. This certificate is presented to you by the Men of Essex in recognition of your outstanding leadership and commitment to the youth of our community, presented this 15th day of June 2022.
Thank you. Well, let's get in front of the podium. Get right. Ready, fellas? 1, 2, 3. Good evening, good evening. First of all, congratulations to all our incredible student athletes that are being awarded. I would like to thank the Men of Essex for honoring me with this Community Service Award. Being raised not too far from here, right down the street, being raised in Walter G. Alexander Housing Projects, better known as Wilson Place and Perot Street Projects, that was all we were taught. We were taught about taking care of our community. It truly takes a village to raise a child and a community. There are so many individuals that should receive an award like this that were in my community. I'm a product of Essex County. I went to public school, K through 12 in Orange. Then I went to Seton Hall on an athletic scholarship in South Orange. Worked in East Orange for 29 years. Worked in Newark for 5 years. Worked in West Orange for 3 years. I've only spent 3 years not living in Essex County in my entire life. So I'm an Essex County guy, that's for sure. But I would like to thank some of my mentors, because without them, I wouldn't know about giving back. And just to name a few, the late Jesse Miles, the late Leroy Jones Sr., his brother William Jones, Walter Preston, and the late Hedsey Wills. Those are guys that mentor all the young guys when I was coming up. They taught us the importance of uplifting the community, and that's what hopefully my generation did, and hopefully the generation after mine will do. I also would like to thank all of my assistant coaches, which one is here now, Hassan, all my assistant coaches and my former players for always being there for me. It has always been about us, always been about we, always been about our. We're a team for life. You know that, Haas, we're a team for life. But this award, you know, I'm going to hold on to it. I'm going to put it in a special place because it has my name on it. But it actually belongs to us, the community, a community service award. It belongs to all of us. Thank you.
At this particular point, we'd like to bring up Mr. Abdul Hani Hassan for the Essex Awards and as our chairman at this particular committee.
Do what? I didn't mean to rush you. He said he didn't mean to rush me. Rush. Anyway, listen, I think this is about the 4th year that I've served as the chair. So I may say anything up here, but the only thing What I get to do, though, is I get to bring the top award winner up here. And y'all call him Nicholas, I'm calling him Nick. So if I say Nick, y'all know who I'm talking about, right? Let's give him a round of applause. 2022. And Nick, you want to come on up? Give him a hand. President Oscar White. Now, I have to tell you some stories because, you know, when this thing happens, I'm on the phone with Dad. Look at that. Dad is proud. He has older brothers playing at Columbia. His younger brother, what, today, right? Yeah. He has a sophomore. Okay? They're all swinging. They're all swinging. But anyway, we're here to honor Nick. Okay? We're going to first give Nick this one. Nick, okay? This is the Essex Award presented to Nicholas Coxon, Newark Academy, for outstanding athletic and scholastic achievement. Okay? This is the big one. Okay? Nick wanted to know, how did y'all do this? How? Nick asked me about 1,000 questions. Dad asked me more than that. But we had a good time, all right, on the phone and texting, and you get to know people. And with that being said, step over here, and I'm gonna let you. This is President Alfred White, as you already know.
64th Annual Excellence Award to Nicholas Coxon of Newark Academy. This certificate is presented to you by the Men of Excellence in recognition of your outstanding scholastic and athletic achievement presented this 15th day of June 2022. Congratulations. Thank you.
Come on, back to and say a few words. Okay.
Okay. Standing in between us and them. Keep it sweet. Keep it short.
No, he's good. He's good.
Hello, everyone, and to those who are watching online. Firstly, I'd like to congratulate the other athletes or scholar athletes who couldn't be here with us today. Just a round of applause for them, I think. Yeah. I'd also like to thank the committee and the members of the board of the Men of Essex for nominating me as a scholar athlete and giving me this award. I've never really won an award like this, recognizing both my work in the classroom and as an athlete on the court. And so it's truly a privilege and an honor to receive this award today.
Get that up. Come on. Come on. You say you never did that. That's beautiful. And that's what you had said to me. Keep it going.
Over the past few years and during my high school career, there have definitely been a lot of ups and downs through injuries, tough losses, tough days at school. And there have also been a lot of people around me supporting me every day through the highs and lows. And first, I'd like to thank my parents who are here with us today.
You guys stand, please. Dad, Mom.
Not only for sending me to such a great school like Newark Academy, where I've definitely matured as a person and as a player, and also taking me to all the tournaments around the country, sending me to Spain for a year to train and to grow as a person and immerse myself in that culture, and also just supporting my brothers and I through the tough times, like I said. Second off, I'd like to thank one of my coaches who couldn't be here with us today, Lou Shera, and our assistant coach, Richard DiBianca. In the beginning of the season, every year we sit down as a team and we write up goals that we have for the season. And I think two of the notable goals that we had this season was to give 100% every day at every practice and in the classroom, and also to get 1% better every day. And I think we did that, and that was evident of us winning the state championship only last week, and also me just being here today. So I'd like to thank my coaches, and finally, I'd like to thank my brothers who, as Abdul said, also play tennis. We have a really strong bond, and next year I'll be joining my brother at Columbia on the men's tennis team. And my brothers have always been there for me. Recently, I suffered from a fracture in my tibia, and my older brother, who was looking to travel to play some tournaments with me, was supportive. And my younger brother, he's getting there, and he's competing with us now. So it's really, we're all competitive, but we have a super strong bond. And so I'd like to thank them for always being there for me and for the bond that we have. Thank you.
Dad, come up. It's a tradition. Dad has to have a few words to say, but this man here has more than a few words to say. Come on. Go ahead, Dad.
Yes. Okay. Hi, everybody. Hope you're doing well. What an honor to be here. Thank you so much. Abdul and I just spoke last week, and I'd heard from the school about this incredible recognition of Nicholas, and we're fast friends. And you share with me the history of Men of Essex, and couldn't be more proud. Well done. So thank you. I'd first like to congratulate all the other student athletes, scholar athletes who've been recognized. Such an impressive group, and Nicholas, you congratulate them as well, but a round of applause for them. Fantastic. As a family, we could not be more humbled by this recognition of Nicholas by the Men of Essex. His accomplishments in the classroom and on the tennis court have been wonderful, but this type of recognition helps you understand just how special and distinctive it is. So thank you for that very much. We're, of course, very proud of what Nicholas has accomplished as a member of the Newark Academy community, the tennis community, and the broader Essex County community. And it's really amazing what you've done, Nicholas. But what we're most proud of is what a kind, caring, and generous person Nicholas is. For those of you who will get to know him, spend a little bit of time with him this evening, you'll very quickly experience his very special generosity of spirit and what a kind soul Nicholas is. It is really these attributes that we are most proud of. I'm going to try not to get emotional. Okay. Think of something bad. Okay. All right. So I'm going to take a couple of minutes to give you a feel for who Nicholas is as a person and as a member of the community. And I think a really fun way to do that, and it takes me back down memory lane, is to read the first paragraph of the essay that Danielle and I wrote for Nicholas back in 2007, October, as we were applying to private schools for kindergarten for this tall but only 4-year-old little boy. And this paragraph, I think, really gets at the substance of this special guy. And they still ring perfectly true today, as I think Dr. D will double down on a little bit. So let's take a step back to 2007. And Nicholas, I don't think we've ever read this to you, but you know the story. So this is what we wrote. We've always thought of Nicholas as our gentle giant. Nicholas is the second of our 3 boys and is very tall for his age. He is sweet, kind, and a very smart boy with a beautiful smile, piercing blue eyes, a dimple, and very good manners. Still true today. At school, he is always the child that is willing to include anyone in his activity, always respects others' work, and has a very ready and big smile. During his first year of preschool, so he was like 3 and a half at this time, I'm just ad-libbing there, but in his first year of preschool, his teachers told us a story that they felt epitomizes Nicholas in the classroom and his kindness. The teachers had set up a simple obstacle course in the school gym. So basically some orange cones that children were supposed to run around in between. And Nicholas, upon seeing a classmate's fear and discomfort of going through the obstacle course on her own, everybody froze. But Nicholas stood up, walked over to her while everybody else did not know what to do and was very uncomfortable. He took her hand and he led her through the course at the age of less than 4. Nicholas is always looking out for others, always, physically and emotionally. He lives this philosophy that Coach Shara, who's not here, and Dr. D talk about all the time, which is we is more important than me, and I heard you say that earlier. And that is the essence of being a good soul. So on behalf of Nicholas, on behalf of Danielle, on behalf of Danielle and Nicholas's brothers, Alex and Andrew, thank you. Thank you for your recognition. I'm sorry I'm so emotional. I get that from my mom. But we're very proud, we're humbled, and could not be more pleased to be here this evening. Thank you. I tried hard not to, but thank you guys.
Thanks, Dad.
Thank you.
Okay, real quick, Coach, come on up. This is Dr. Richard and Coach. Well, Coach DeBianca. Dr. D is cool. Okay, Dr. D.
Say a few words, I'm happy to.
Say a few words, please.
I'm very happy to speak on behalf of Nicholas. But first, let me thank you all. When I look at the list of names of the folks who in the past have received the Essex Award, it is really humbling. And for you all to take out your time to recognize these student athletes is very valuable for me as an educator. I appreciate it. So my day job is I'm the principal at Newark Academy. So I actually get to see things like Nicholas's transcript. And so the fact that this kid gets nearly all A's in IB, AP honors courses, and the fact that Columbia University doesn't take a lot of slackers will tell you that he checks the box on Scholar. No question. The fact that he is an elite warrior tennis player, you may not think those words go together, but he's the guy who after practice is doing wind sprints. He's the guy who, had he chosen to play in the state tournament that's just wrapping up, would have been comfortably seated number 1 by a little bit of a distance. He's an extraordinary athlete. And those two things alone, scholar, athlete, is sort of the summary of this award. But sort of like his father said, there's that third piece. He's got that thing, which is why all his classmates like him and all the faculty likes him. He's a selfless guy, right? He's one of those we is greater than me guys. He, last week, played for his team, and they won the Tournament of Champions. This week, the individual tournament, he elected not to play so he could attend graduation with his classmates who have been through one heck of a lot with COVID. That's a we is greater than me guy. So thank you. You got the right guy this year. Well done, and thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations. Come on, you're going to get your gear over here. Wait. Did you think that was not going to happen? Come on, y'all. Don't be in my game here. Mommy.
I have to say a few words.
Oh, come on, Mom. Right here. Come on, Mom.
You want me to speak?
He couldn't be here without you. Okay? None of us could
I
be here
know.
without
Well, I'll say just a few words that I am really glad that, Nicholas has always been this great child, and I'm really glad that we didn't screw that up. But I really do thank you for the recognition. It's not, you don't usually have other people recognize how wonderful you may think your children are all great, but it's really wonderful to have outside people recognize the hard work that goes into being a top athlete and a top student. And this is a wonderful organization, and I really, really appreciate the recognition. Thank you so much.
Okay, let's get Nicholas, and we're gonna all sit down now. Is that right? Oh, after the photo?
With both things? Or?
Yes, nah, you gotta have both. You gotta have both. While all of this was going on, and Dad and I were talking, getting to know one another, Nicholas was going through the SIAA, what?
Tournament champion.
Tournament champions.
Yeah, with his team.
So I was actually traveling through this thing with him as he was down there winning. So, you know, it was deep. Dad, come on, let's picture. Mommy. Can't do it without Mom. Where's the president at? Dr. D.
Yeah. You can hold it.
All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. You got it. Let's give him a glass.
At this particular moment, we would like to present the rest of our student recognition awards. Thank you.
The 2022 Essex Award winner is Nicholas Kotzen from Newark Academy. Kotzen maintains a 4.00 GPA at Newark Academy. Nicholas Kotzen won both singles and doubles tennis titles at the USTA Boys and Girls 18s National Winter Championships. Ranked 10th nationally in his recruiting class, Nicholas received All-American honors from the National High School Tennis Foundation in 2022. In 2021, Nicholas was selected All-State First Team, All-Flight, All-Conference First Team, and All-Non-Public B First Team by the NJ.com and Star Ledger. Kotzen, a high school senior, is committed to play college tennis at Columbia University, where his older brother Alex is currently a sophomore and member of the men's tennis team. The 2022 Scholar Athlete of the Year is Konrad Suzuki from Newark Academy. This marks the third consecutive year that Suzuki has been named to an all-state team and the second nod in a row for the first team. Suzuki has been one of the top fencers in the state over the course of his career, which he capped by leading Newark Academy to the title in the state team championships. He led the team to a title with a 26-4 record, and he also took third in saber at the state individual championships. Julia R. Davison from Milburn High School. A three-sport athlete, soccer, basketball, and lacrosse, Julia was the captain of the lacrosse team. She earned second team All-League in 2021, North Jersey Interscholastic All-Academic Team, and was honorable mention All-Super Essex Conference in 2019 and named second team All-Super Conference in lacrosse in 2021. Ayantu N. Flowers from Montclair Kimberly Academy. Ayantu played field hockey, basketball, and lacrosse. She is a leader of MKA's Black Affinity Group, a leader of Shades of Color Club, is a member of the National Alliance on Mental Illness. Flowers earned second team honorable mention in field hockey and first team All-SEC in basketball. She will be attending the Milken Institute of Public Health. Emily Catoni from Columbia High School. Emily led the girls fencing team that placed second in the state championships of New Jersey in 2022. She won the Nicole Pauling Foyle Award as a junior and a senior, plus the Frank Mustilli Award for exceeding expectations in leadership. Catoni serves as the Student Council Secretary and selected one of 7 students nationally to participate in examining how science is communicated to the general public. Jason Levy from Milburn High School. Jason served as captain of the varsity basketball team and captain of the golf team. Levy was selected second team all-conference in basketball in 2021 and selected second team all-conference in golf in 2021. He is a Pillar High School volunteer and a Sage Elder Care volunteer in his community. Rachel F. Lutsky from Milburn High School. As captain of the Milburn High School girls basketball team, Rachel suffered a grade 2 ankle sprain and ligament tear in her shoulder. However, she was able to still play at an outstanding level. Lutsky was selected second team All-SEC in 2021 and 2022. Rachel was selected first team All-Conference in 2020-2021. Ahmad C. Knowles of East Orange Campus High School. Ahmad had a game for the ages, capped by a 101-yard fumble return to seal the football victory over Clifton in 3 overtimes in the state Group 5 championship game. The team captain amassed with 17 tackles and 2 fumble recoveries. While with his impeccable work ethic, Knowles is 6'2", 240 pounds, and was selected to the All-Conference SEC. Jaden Oates from St. Benedict's Prep. Jaden is a member and vice president of the National Honor Society. He is also a member and president of the National Math Honor Society. Oates serves as captain of the rowing team that placed third at the state championship in varsity quad. Jaden will be receiving a full 4-year scholarship in the fall. Nicholas Ong from Bloomfield High School. As captain of the Bloomfield High School baseball team, Nick was selected first team All-Essex County and third team All-Group in 2021 as a junior. Ong states, "I have the passion and drive to be the best in what I do. I'm very competitive and eager to learn new things. I'm looking for a baseball program that would both make me a better baseball player and a better person. I play well with others and I am a good leader. I'm confident and I believe in hard work both in class and on the field." Ryan Park from Milburn High School. Ryan is a National Merit Finalist and Scholarship winner and is a Scholastic Arts and Writing Gold Key winner. Park is captain of the Milburn fencing team, president and founder of the Milburn Artificial Intelligence Club, and president of the Computer Science Integrated Initiative. Ryan was selected second team All-State in fencing in 2021 and placed 9th in the state individuals in 2022. Taylor G. Sconiers from Bloomfield High School. Taylor is a member of the National Honor Society and World Language Honor Society. She is a member of Bengal Paws and the Black Student Union. Named the Bloomfield Athlete of the Month, Sconiers was captain for the girls volleyball team and selected second team All-SEC Conference and first team All-Conference in 2021. Zachary Seaver from Montclair Kimberly Academy. As MKA soccer captain, selected first team All-Prep, second team SEC American Division, and second team All-Essex County. On the national level, Seaver was a member of the PSA national team. Zachary is the founder of Soccer Back Home, a charity that provides soccer gear for underserved families in Lima, Peru. Liliana Tomko from Milburn High School. Liliana received the NJSIAA Sportsmanship Award in soccer. She was elected by peers and coaches as captain of both the MHS girls varsity soccer team and the STA girls team. Tomko was the starting goalkeeper for the 2021 team finalist in the state tournament with Milburn High School. Patricia Columbia Walsh from Montclair Kimberly Academy. Patricia played both basketball and lacrosse for MKA. She is a leader of the Brookside Math Tutoring Club, plus captains of the basketball and lacrosse teams. Lacrosse recognition awards include First Team 2021 Freedom South All-League, NJIGLL All-Academic Team, SEC All-Tournament Team. Basketball recognitions include First Team All-Independence Division 2022 and Second Team All-Prep 2022. Kate Weinstein from Montclair Kimberly Academy. Kate is a leader of the Think Pink School Club and president of the Friendship Circle. She is also president of the Aguduth Israel Social Task Force as a senior. Weinstein's field hockey recognition awards include First Team All-American Division, SEC, First Team All-White Division, Essex and Union Conference, Second Team All-Non-Public, NJFHCA, and Third Team All-Non-Public by the NJ.com and Star Ledger. 3rd Team All Non-Public by the NJ.com and Star Ledger. The first 2022 Outstanding Athlete Award goes to Nick Bergamato, a baseball player from Caldwell High School. Last spring, Nick batted .449 with 40 hits and 32 RBIs. Bergamato was selected second team All Group 2 and first team All Liberty Division as a junior. Good luck during 2022. For girls basketball, Taylor Thomas from Montclair Immaculate. Arguably the best true big in the state, Thomas was a part of a historic Montclair Immaculate team that was ranked in the top 10 all season long. She had monster double-doubles all season long, including a 32-point, 18-rebound performance against University in the Essex County Tournament Championship game. Thomas averaged 17.2 points and 13.1 rebounds per game. Taylor was selected second-team All-State by NJ.com and the Star-Ledger. From boys basketball, Zamorian Singleton of Newark Central High School. Singleton led Central, the North Jersey Section 2 champs. He always got to the rim, made mid-range shots for the Blue Devils. Before every big game, Coach tells me big-time players show up in big-time games. Zamorian was selected first-team All-Group 2 by the NJ.com and Star-Ledger and averaged 14.1 points and 9.6 rebounds per game. From girls cross country, Emma Friedrich from Columbia High School. Columbia High School junior Emma Friedrich captured the girls' individual title at the Essex County Championships on October 29th at Brookdale Park in Bloomfield. Friedrich ran a school record 18 minutes, 39.4 seconds to finish first overall among the 111 finishers in the girls' 5K race. She is the first CHS girls cross-country runner to win the Essex County girls title since Melissa David in 2008. The CHS girls team finished fifth in the girls team standings among the 15 schools. Montclair won the girls team title. In boys cross-country, Zachary Lou Walter from Milburn High School. With numerous cross-country honors, Zachary maintains a 4.1 GPA and served as captain of his cross-country team. He was selected as a NJSIAA Scholar Athlete and was a two-time MVP of Milburn's cross-country team and holder of the school 800-meter and triple jump records. Zachary will attend Williams College in the fall. From girls fencing, Lindsay Miner of Columbia High School. Columbia spent plenty of time in the top 10 this season and made a run to the team tournament championship match. Miner led the way at Epé with a regular season record of 24-2. Lindsay also finished third in Epé at state individuals. With 1 year left, Miner should keep Columbia near the top of the state. From boys fencing, Andrew Dang from Newark Academy. The Sabre squad for Newark Academy was clearly the best in the state. It was on display during the state squad championships as the Minutemen went 27-1. Dang was a huge part of the success over the course of the season. He finished 26-6 during his sophomore campaign, finishing second in state individuals, and went undefeated during the run to the squad title. Also from boys fencing, Michael Pio of Newark Academy. Pio provided leadership for Newark Academy in and out of competition. As a co-captain of the state championship team, Pio finished 28-3 during the regular season and only got better in the postseason. Pio finished second overall in the state individual championships to close out an impressive career. For girls field hockey, Gianna Purro of West Essex High School. Purro is one of those defensive players you just hate to compete against. It's not too often she doesn't win a one-on-one battle for the ball. All of that defensive skill comes with an offensive touch. She finished her senior season with 26 goals and 30 assists. Both were second most on the team. Gianna was selected first team All-State by NJ.com. Also from girls field hockey, Kate Lutz of West Essex High School. Lutz reached a significant personal milestone this year and helped lead West Essex to the Tournament of Champions. Her 52 goals pushed her past 100 on her career, and she added 34 assists. She hit the back of the cage in 13 of her final 15 games. Lutz either scored or picked up an assist on 53.75% of West Essex's goals on the season. For football, Damon Phillips of East Orange Campus High School. This jolt of electricity was a steady chain mover who also possessed the ability to get East Orange fans out of their seats numerous times in a game. Phillips rushed 205 times for 1,931 yards and 20 touchdowns, and also caught 10 passes from Ray Oliver for 233 yards and 4 scores to help lead the Jaguars to a 13-0 finish and win the North Group 5 regional title. Damon was selected second All-State by the NJ.com and the Star-Ledger. Also for football, Justin Evans Jenkins from Irvington High School. Evans Jenkins not only stamped a reputation as a hard-working two-way lineman, but also one who was harder to contain in the fourth quarter than he was in the first. Irvington amassed over 3,500 offensive yards through his tireless work up front, and he anchored a defense that allowed just 145 points all season. The Nebraska commit recorded 85.5 tackles, 14.5 sacks, and 20.5 tackles for losses to steer the Blue Knights to the North Group 4 Regional Championship. Also from football, Kyle Lewis of East Orange Campus High School. Lewis was in the midst of a remarkable season when he sustained an elbow injury on October 16th against Pope John that would have sidelined most athletes for the remainder of the year. Lewis sat exactly one game, then returned with only one good arm, but with his big heart and fierce will fully intact. Lewis racked up 49 tackles over his last 4 games to help the Jaguars finish 13-0 and claim the North Group 5 Regional Championship. The Pittsburgh commit closed out the season with 118 tackles, including a whopping 32 for losses, to lead a defense that yielded only 100 points all season and orchestrated 5 shutouts. From football, Chris Corbo of West Essex High School. Corbo is such a talented receiver that he practically turned an avowed run-oriented wing T program into a passing offense. He made 32 receptions for 459 yards and 5 touchdowns this season and had 42 for 629 yards the past 2 years. As a defender, Corbo shut down passing and ground-oriented offenses with equal success. He produced 111 tackles and recorded 4 interceptions this season for the 9-3 Knights. He is committed to Dartmouth. From football, Nick Conforti of Seton Hall Prep. The Yale commit both generated points with his surge right foot and made that process tough for opponents with his ability to boot the ball into the end zone and punt the Pirates out of trouble. Conforti punted 28 times for 42.2 average yards and knocked 41 of his 62 kickoffs into the end zone for touchbacks. He was 41 of 43 on point-after attempts and 4 of 9 on field goal attempts with a long of 30 yards. For boys lacrosse, David Whalen of Seton Hall Prep. Whalen's outstanding footwork and strategical sense helped minimize shooting angles for opposing attackmen, and his size and strength made it extremely difficult for those playmakers to overpower him. Through Whalen's steady leadership, Seton Hall Prep yielded just 4.4 goals per game on its way to a 12-3 season. He is committed to Bucknell. David was selected third-team All-State by the NJ.com and Star-Ledger. For girls soccer, Molly Brumbach of Montclair High School. Brumbach missed time to start the season, but when she came back into the lineup, she was lights out for Montclair. Nothing proved that more than a 3-game stretch in which Montclair held its opponents scoreless. Brumbach anchored a defensive effort that did not crack for 300 minutes in those draws. The senior's height and arm length made her tough to beat the last 4 years. Brumbach could get to any shot and made it hard for teams to score. The senior missed the first 3 weeks and still ended the year with 9 shutouts. Brumback had her best game of the year against West Orange, making 10 saves and a 1-0 win. She was selected first team All-State. For boys soccer, Edward Dolgov of Seton Hall Prep. Dolgov thrived as a true number 6 for Seton Hall Prep this season, helping the Pirates control the play in the middle third while shutting down some of the best attacking players in Essex County and beyond. Seton Hall Prep conceded just 6 goals all season, thanks to its sensational back four, but Dolgov's ability to set the tone as a defensive center middle fielder was a big reason for that success as well. For boys soccer, Ari Rosu from West Orange High School. Rosu is a first-team All-State defender for the second straight season and was, without question, the top defensive player in New Jersey this year. Rosu did just about everything for a strong West Orange team this season. He was great in defense, smart with the ball, and clinical with his clearances, but he was also an asset on the attack. Rosu took nearly every dangerous set piece for the Mountaineers, and his long throw-ins proved to be a vital source of offense too. He finished with 11 goals and 25 assists for West Orange. For boys soccer, Zayden James of Seton Hall Prep. James shifted between both outside back positions for Seton Hall Prep, and he was a shutdown defender on their side. James played a big role on the Pirates' legendary back line that allowed just 6 goals all season, and he embraced the role of facing some of the state's best attacking players. James was effective in joining the attack too, with 1 goal, which came in overtime on opening day, and 4 assists for top-ranked Seton Hall Prep. Zayden was selected first team All-State by the NJ.com and the Star Ledger. For softball, Sophia Kislowski of Mount St. Dominic. Semi-skilled was a dual threat, both in the circle and the batter's box. As the ace for Mount St. Dominic, Kislowski allowed 25 earned runs and 95 hits in 133 innings, while striking out 185 batters. At the plate, she was arguably more dangerous with a .415 batting average, with 52 RBIs, 16 runs, 14 extra base hits, and 20 walks. In 2021, Sophia was elected first team All-State by NJ.com and the Star Ledger as a utility player. For girls swimming, Ella Habjan from Montclair High School. Habjan won the Super Essex Conference in the 100 back impressively. She also tallied a second-place finish in the event against Westfield in the postseason, just .24 seconds behind Claire Logan, who broke the MOC record in the 100 back. Habjan fought for wins in 9 different events this year and showed to be one of the best swimmers in North Jersey. For her efforts, Ella was selected third team All-State by NJ.com and the Star Ledger. For boys swimming, Finn Coogan Russell from Caldwell High School. Coogan Russell was a bright spot for Caldwell this season. He won the SEC meet in the 50 free and 100 fly for the Chiefs and placed third in the 50 at the Meet of Champions with a 21.01 clip. Finn was selected third team All-State by NJ.com and the Star Ledger. For girls tennis, Sanaya Sinkar and Olivia Lee from Milburn High School in tennis doubles. Milburn always seems to churn out solid doubles duos, and these two just add to the list. Sinkar and Lee made the NJSIAA State Doubles Tournament semifinals. They suffered just 2 losses on the year, with one in the state semis to the eventual runners-up in a 3-set marathon. For girls track, Kia Lawson from Montclair High School. Lawson competed in 5 200 events, which is more than most because it's not a natural indoor track event. She took first in 4 of the 5, including the 25.02 at the Meet of Champions and a personal record 24.38 at the Garden State Invitational. The senior hovered around the 25-second mark in all 5 runs, with 25.27 being the slowest of the bunch. She was also 6th in the Meet of Champions in the 55 and 4th in the 400. Kia was selected first team All-State by NJ.com and the Star Ledger. From boys track, Mackay Green of West Orange High School. New Jersey high school indoor track made a return in full for the 2021-2022 campaign. Mackay is a two-sport athlete known as a wide receiver in football and a track star. Green placed third in state competition and was selected third team All-State by NJ.com and the Star Ledger. From girls volleyball, Patricia Rakova from Verona High School. Replacing a Conference Player of the Year is never an easy task for a team looking to repeat as sectional champions. Fortunately for Verona, they have the SEC Player of the Year on the roster. Patricia Rakova racked up an impressive 106 kills as a sophomore. She came back with another impressive year and was selected first team All Group 1 by NJ.com and the Star Ledger. For girls wrestling, Kira Pimpkins of Bloomfield High School. Bloomfield's Kira Pimpkins has made her acrobatic celebration a yearly tradition at the NJSIAA State Championships. The junior went head over heels for the third year in a row after winning her third state title with a 3-1 decision over Delran's Kayla Roscos in the 120-pound final. The win means Pimpkins is still on track to become New Jersey's first 4-time state champion in girls wrestling. She moved one step closer to that goal with another championship celebration at Phillipsburg's High School. Also in girls wrestling, Gianna Farura from Bloomfield High School. When Gianna Farura of Bloomfield defeated New Brunswick's Curly Borbor in the 235-pound final of the North Region, it never occurred to her that it couldn't have been any closer. Farura won the state championship by defeating Borbor one more time, scoring a point in the final second of regulation to tie the match, and then getting the takedown in the first period of overtime with just 3 seconds remaining on the clock to win 6-4. Do you want your school to be covered by the #1 live stream service in the state of New Jersey so the entire country can see moments like this?
We play once again. Free kick coming for the Mountaineers. Short shot on goal. On post. And West Orange gets the goal, and they win.
Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed your meal. Rather diversified menu. At this particular point, the men of Essex would like to congratulate the various winners of our student athlete awards, etc. And we would like to thank our sponsors, the people who continually have supported our organization over the years and continue to support the organization over the years. I also would like to wish everybody a safe ride home. At this moment, I would like to bring up Dr. Kirk Morton for our invocation. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I know that somewhere in the Bible there is a parable about the 5 wise virgins and the unwise. And the unwise didn't have enough oil in their lamps to meet Christ when he came. I had enough oil in my lamp, but I went to the wrong destination at the onset of the program. All day long I have been working on scholarships because in my fraternity we'll be awarding the scholarships to our applicants, and we had some stellar applicants. And so I don't want to belabor the point. I apologize to my brothers for showing up late. I was over at Casa del Sol sitting in the parking lot. I said, this place must get ready to close down. And then I had to shoot all the way across town. And I don't know if you know about traffic. Brother Tom said he's been in Essex County all his life. But I haven't seen traffic like this since the day Jesus was a baby. So there's a lot of traffic. But we are grateful, and we want to congratulate our outstanding scholar athlete tonight and his parents and all of our award recipients. We want to thank our keynote speaker tonight, as well as our honoree in regards to Greg Times. I played against Greg Times, but I was only a freshman, because after that they elevated him to varsity. I never saw him again. So if you bow your heads with me as you're still finishing up your festivities, you may finish your plate. You don't have to leave after I finish the prayer, but we're just letting you know that we've come to the end of this program. We thank you tonight for what we've experienced and what we've shared. But above all, it's a very important time to break bread and to fellowship with one another and each other. We're living in some peculiar times. And even in the midst of all that's going on in our world today, we thank you for this opportunity to share and to fellowship with one another and each other. We thank the men of Essex for 64 years of committed service. We honor those who have been honored in this organization for their lifetime of achievements and service. But everything that we do, that it be pleasing in your sight. We ask for all of these blessings in your great name. Amen.
Amen.
Do you want your school to be covered by the #1 live stream service in the state of New Jersey so the entire country can see moments like this?
We play once again. Free kick coming for the Mountaineers. Short shot on goal. Post!
Good evening, everyone. I'm Darrell Jeffries, and I'm the immediate past president of the Men of Essex, and I've also served as the chairman of the Men of Essex Golf Classic. Our new vice president now is Chairman Lewis Mosley of the Men of Essex Golf Classic, which the 61st annual Men of Essex Golf Classic will be held on Monday, August 1st at Rock Spring Golf Club in West Orange, New Jersey. So we encourage all of you. We have the information in the program. You can go to our website, themenofessex1958.org, to get further information on the Golf Classic, as well as to support the Men of Essex. Hit the donate button. We could use your support. We thank you all very much, and we're so very proud to be able to present the 64th Annual Essex Awards. Thank you all, and congratulations once again to Nicholas Kotzen and his family. Congratulations.
Do you want your school to be covered by the #1 live stream service in the state of New Jersey so the entire country can see moments like this?
We play once again. Free kick coming for the Mountaineers. Short shot on goal. Post! West Orange gets the goal, and they win. They take down the #2 ranked Seton Hall Pirates. Bullock takes the snap. He's going to take it himself. Barreling towards the goal line, and he's in. Carriage Bullock from 3 yards out, and the Marauders lead it 20-7.
Or be a witness to championships like these?
Montclair are state sectional champions. They defeat Livingston 4-1, and the Mounties sweep the boys and girls brackets in back-to-back wins over the Lancers. 3-2, there goes the runners. Swing on and miss, strike 3. That does it. The Cranford Cougars are the Last Dance World Series champions.
Or have exclusive interviews with players and coaches.
Maroon and Silver star pitcher Teague Mulcahy. I'm here with Cranford star Ryan Jaros. We're with the Bergen Crusaders star of the game, Luis De La Cruz.
Here with West Orange head coach Doug Nevins. And all right, now here with star goalkeeper Nikolai Matthews of this West Orange Mountaineer team. Nikolai. Here with Claire Manning after Montclair picks up a 4-1 win over Livingston. I'm here with Molly Brumback, the goalkeeper. Molly, what's Rivers today like? Here with West Orange girls varsity coach Sean DeVore.
Then join the D1 Media Pro team, New Jersey's #1 live streaming service.